Nafs al-Mutma'inna, the self that has come to rest. Allah says at the end of Surah Al-Fajr, "O reassured soul, return to your Lord well pleased and pleasing." From here comes the name Nafs al-Mutma'inna. What does this state feel like from the inside? This is not what most people imagine. People often imagine that Nafs al-Mutma'inna means life with no difficulty, where everything is easy. That is not what is meant. The Mutma'inna state is not the absence of difficulty at all. The difficulty is still there. Even the small things that make us snap, like the traffic is still bad, your boss is still rude. But what changes is that the difficulty no longer destabilizes you. There is a steadiness underneath. And the most reliable test of Mutma'inna is this: the praise of other people does not inflate you, and the criticism of other people does not destroy you. Both pass through. Neither moves the core. This is the goal. This is what the entire science of Tazkiyat al-Nafs is pointing toward. Most people are not here, and that is completely fine. The Mutma'inna state in this life is not usually a permanent station. It's more like a place we visit, then return from, then visit again, and slowly, over years of muhasabah and tawbah and the disciplined work of the tradition, we are able to stay there for longer. What I want you to do is to know the destination, because you cannot walk towards something you have no idea about. The soul that meets praise and blame with equal composure, that is where the journey is going. It is not a fantasy. It existed in the Prophet ﷺ, in his companions, in the great scholars and saints of the tradition. So this is a road well marked. One last note. Between Lawwama and Mutma'inna, the later tradition identifies intermediate stages. Nafs al-Mulhima, the inspired soul. Nafs al-Radiya, the contented soul. These are real stages, and they will be covered maybe in more advanced training. But tonight, the three-leveled Quranic scheme is more than enough. The recognition exercise comes now. I want you to do something different. I want to ask you to participate. I will ask you 3 questions. For each one, I want you to actually try to remember specifically a moment in the past week. Not a category, a moment, a specific incident with a specific time, a specific place, a specific feeling. When you find the moment, please sit it with a few seconds before I move to the next question. Okay. Question 1. In the last 7 days, when did you act from Nafs al-Ammara? Find the moment when an urge came and you followed it before you had any chance to observe yourself. This can be small. It does not have to be a major sin. It could be the phone moment, snapping at your spouse, the third helping of food after you knew you were full, a sharp word to a child. Find one specifically with a time and a place. Now that moment, that was Ammara. The urge was so close to you that there was no observer. Notice that right now, looking back at it, you can see what was happening. That is the Lawwama now operating in retrospect. So the fact that you can see it now is itself a gift. Question 2. In the last 7 days, when did you act from Nafs al-Lawwama? Find the moment when you felt the 2 voices, where you knew in the act that you were doing something you should not, or you were not doing something you should, but you could hear both pulls. Maybe you did it anyway, or maybe you stopped yourself, doesn't matter now. The marker is the 2-voice phenomenon. Find one. So that was Lawwama. Notice how different it felt from the Ammara moment. In the Lawwama moment, there was already someone in the room with you. There was already a part of you watching. And now we arrive to question 3. This one is the hardest. In the last 7 days, even briefly, even for 30 seconds, did you touch a state that resembled Nafs al-Mutma'inna? Did something difficult arrive, and were you somehow not destabilized by it? Or did something pleasant arrive, like a compliment, a small success? And did it pass through without inflating you? Or maybe you stand for prayer one of these nights and feel that the prayer was like holding you rather than you were performing it. So try to find one, even a small one. If you found one, and I hope at least some of you did, that was a taste of Mutmainna. It came, it went, and what's important, it leaves a mark. And here's what I want you to do tonight after the lecture ends. Before you go to bed, get a piece of paper and write down those 3 moments. The Ammara moment, the Lawwama moment, the Mutma'inna moment. That piece of paper is the beginning of muhasaba. It is the first day. If you do this every night, even for 5 minutes for the next 30 days, I promise you that by the time we meet for class 2, you will be a different person inside. Not because anything dramatic has changed, but because you will have started seeing